So you recently got married.
Yeah, well, we'd only been together for like 13 years.
Oh, okay.
So we got married right before COVID.
Mm,
And so, I mean, he uh, he had some issues with a previous anyway. So yes. So that's why my name's Miller,
gotcha.
but I kept Kaiser Advertising because I've had it so long.
Right, right. Well, that makes perfect sense. And y'all, you said you've been together 13 years. You have
Mhm.
mutual kids?
I don't have any children. He
Mhm.
had two children. One of them is deceased. He was killed in a car accident, and he's got one son that just got out of the Navy.
Oh, wow.
And I have four-legged children.
Four-legged children.
Yes.
That's so interesting. You know, when you said you moved to New York City, of course, and I'm getting you being in advertising, first thing I thought of was New York City, get a rope.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So, all right. And so you were in New York City and you were not with your current husband then. So what brought you to Colorado or back to Colorado?
Well, I'm a native. I was born and raised in Colorado Springs. I always wanted to go to New York I was in advertising. I went to
Mhm.
University of Colorado and got a degree, and I just wanted to do where the best of the best, or I thought the best of the best was. So I
Right.
just moved on my own in 1997
Mhm.
and actually ended up working for the mob. Um,
Really?
I worked for an ad agency that they handled the biggest car dealership or car, uh, what do you want to call it? Car King. They had 32 dealerships between New York and New Jersey, and I handled all the advertising for that group. And they were Sicilian, based out of Brooklyn, and I was a naive little kid from Colorado Springs and didn't realize till 3 or 4 years in who I was working for.
Wow. So you really work for the cartel, huh?
The car. Yeah, not yeah. Yeah. They weren't killing people. They might have dumped a few cars in the Hudson, but
Not sure why.
yeah.
That's crazy. So you were up there for how long?
4 years. And then my dad turned 70 and I turned 35 and I moved back to Colorado Springs in '01.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right before 9/11.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
was fortunate, huh?
Yes, yes.
Mm. Did you lose anyone in that?
Yeah, I lost a couple people. I would have gone through that tunnel that
Mm.
I always went to New Jersey on Tuesdays. So the Holland Tunnel, I'm
Mhm.
sure you're not a New Yorker. The
Mhm.
Holland Tunnel is down by the financial district. It was blown up as well, and I would have been going through that tunnel that Tuesday. It was a Tuesday that it happened. So yeah,
Wow.
so I moved back in time, I guess. But yeah, I lost two friends in that.
It's always funny, like when I remember, the morning, so I was home and I would normally have been at work by that time, but I was home because I was on maternity leave. And I was, nursing our son who is about to turn 21 and not too long from now. And I was watching, my husband was getting a shower. He had done PT, was active duty military at the time. He had done PT, came home to get a shower, and I'm, nursing the baby, watching the television. News was on. And so this first plane, flew into the Twin Towers, and my husband's a pilot. So I was like, honey, this is so weird. This just happened. And he was like, oh, there's no way, this was had to be some type of malfunction.
Right.
They don't let these kinds of things happen. And as we're discussing it, the second plane, I mean, this was a replay of what had happened with the first plane. But I had turned it on, and then as we're discussing it, and they're of course replaying what had happened, and then you've got live TV in the background, the second plane comes and turns into the building. I've never been so afraid, I don't think, in my life.
Right, right.